Hey y'all, diligent homemakers. I'm glad you're here. We're gonna make chocolate chip cheese ball today. It is can be used as an appetizer, a snack food. I'm gonna take it tonight to a game night at our church, and I hope you'll come along and learn how to make this easy to assemble, but delicious and unique chocolate chip cheese ball. Well, welcome home, diligent homemakers. I'm Miss Katie with Heritage Ways. And today we are going to make this chocolate chip cheese ball out of my first cookbook. I've written 2 cookbooks full of family favorites. Each cookbook has over 195 recipes of my 2 cookbooks that I've written so far. This recipe, if you have the cookbook, is going to be on page 31. If you don't have the cookbook, I'll leave the link down below in the description box, and you can visit my general store and grab a copy for yourself. All right, we're going to jump right in and talk about these ingredients. You're going to need 3 8-ounce bricks of cream cheese. You're going to need, today I'm going to use 1 cup of miniature chocolate chips. My recipe calls for a cup and a half, but today I'm going to use 1 cup because that's going to save me some money, and I think it's going to be adequate. So I think it's going to be just fine. You're going to need 1 cup of sifted confectioner's sugar. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. Now, I have my own recipe. It is in this cookbook because I have an entire chapter on spice blends. And I also have a video here on YouTube that I will link for you to have this recipe as well. And this recipe for the pumpkin pie spice blend, I also call it the apple pie spice blend. So I use it for either one. Apple pie, pumpkin pie, all the pumpkin flavored things, all that kind of thing. I've put all of the 3 bricks of cream cheese in my mixer. Now, I have let the cream cheese sit out all night. This does not scare me to do this. I have done this for years and years, over a quarter of a century. I have been cooking by leaving cream cheese out, sometimes even 2 days. That if that scares you, if that doesn't make you happy, then you do what makes you happy and satisfied in your kitchen. But I've had 0 problems doing that. We can set a lot of things out on the counter that we're told that we can't. So be your own judge, do your research. But anyway, that is how I soften the cream cheese. I don't own a microwave, so I certainly don't have that option or want that option. So I have used the hand mixer to mix up the 3 blocks of cream cheese that I have. And that is just cream cheese, and so I've made it fluffier by mixing for a while. And it is ready, and the way I know it's ready is because it started to remove itself from the beaters. When I first started, it was all clumped up. So it's looking smoother. There are no lumps because I left it sitting out all night, and it was completely softened. 1 cup of sifted confectioner's sugar, or it's called baker's sugar or powdered sugar. So I love these measuring cups, these big handles. This is a ½ a cup. So what I'm going to do is just kind of put ½ a cup on top. I'm going to add ½ a cup at a time. So let's get this mixed in. If you don't sift, you're liable to have lumps. Actually, I can put a link below where I get my wonderful mixing bowl and these measuring spoons. There you go. I get them at Lehman's here in Ohio, near me, and I will put a link down below. And let's get this mixed up. Actually, I'm also going to add my 1 tablespoon of my homemade pumpkin spice blend. Oh, it smells good already. Oh my. Let's get this all mixed up real well. You know, I recommend in your kitchen having a really good quality spatula. We have a lot in our kitchen that are not good quality and they're flimsy and floppy. But I paid about $20 for this one at the Container Store, of all places, in Columbus, Ohio. And it's served me well so far. Also, it's dishwasher safe, so that's always nice. Now, I want to say you can make this low carb. Just use your sweetener of choice, your low carb sweetener of choice, and you can use like a low carb chocolate chip. There's all kinds on the market. The one I can think of right now is Lily's. And you can also use fewer chocolate chips than what we're using today, which is a cup, or what's in my actual recipe, which is a cup and a half. All right, so we are now going to add our 1 cup of chocolate chips, and I'm just going to put them in there. These are miniature chocolate chips. Just going to stir them with my good old heavy duty spatula, which is awesome. And I think 1 cup is very sufficient. You could get by with less if you wanted to. That's up to you. I know we said this is going to be a cheese ball, and it is, and it can be. But also, if you don't want to deal with forming it into a ball, you can use a dish, whatever makes you happy. And you can put, use it like a dip, a spread. You're going to want this to be served at room temperature. You don't want to serve this right out of the refrigerator, because then you and your guests are going to have a hard time spreading it on whatever you're spreading it on. And we'll talk about those options here in a minute. I'm actually just going to put this in here, and we can call it a spread in this bowl instead of a cheese ball. That's fine too. Now, this would be my preference if I was serving it here at home, but since I'm taking it to church and a lot of people have nut allergies, I'm going to leave those off. Another reason you might leave it off is because of the high price of groceries these days, and nuts are a little more expensive. Your guests, your friends probably won't miss the nuts anyway. This is so delicious on its own. So there you have one option. It's ready to go, ready to serve right now. All right, if you want to form any type of a cheese ball, any flavor into the ball, then this is how you would do it. I hope I have enough. There we go. Get some plastic wrap. If you have heavy duty, that's probably better, but I don't. And if you don't have plastic wrap, I'm pretty sure you could probably do this with wax paper. I wouldn't recommend parchment, only because it's a little thicker and more heavy duty, but I just use plastic wrap for this job. And I'm just simply going to put this in the middle. You're not going to move it around much once it's on there. And I'm going to decide, do I want a ball or do I want a log? You know, like a cheese log. I always just do a ball. And I'm just going to do, my cheese balls are always just rustic, never perfect, and that's okay. I'm not worried about that. Hey, licking the spoon is optional, but I highly recommend it. Right now, I'm just going to fold it over, and you can keep forming it once it's folded over, and put it in the fridge. Now, as opposed to the other way I just showed you, the spread option, that was ready to serve. It takes longer if you're going to want to have a cheese ball like this, and then you're going to coat it in something. So we're going to actually roll this one in pecans. So that's why we need it to be firmer, and we're putting it in the fridge. All right, I want to show you how to cover this with the pecans. Now, I will tell you, I'm taking this out sooner than I should, but this is for demonstration purposes, and we are going to need to take this cheese ball tonight to our event. If you're going to roll any kind of cheese ball in, say, chopped parsley or chopped pecans or whatever you want to cover it with, even paprika, you want this to probably sit in the fridge overnight, because you do want it to be firm. It's a clean piece of plastic. Again, I've got my chopped pecans just kind of laid out there a little bit. Put that over there, and then I'm going to kind of lift this up and throw this away. So that means I have the bottom covered, which could be the top when I put it on my serving plate. And then I've got more chopped pecans, so I'm just going to put these around like so. And you kind of just cover the cheese ball like this. Try to keep your hand clean. I mean, when I say clean, you don't want to touch the cheese itself, because then you're going to just have kind of a mess. Now, what I do, you just kind of do the best you can on this, but it's going to be good. You just take the plastic and kind of bring up the nuts to the side of the cheese ball like this. And then you're going to wrap it again and put it back in the fridge until you're ready to use it. When you are ready to use it, you're going to have your pecan covered cheese ball. And it's going to look just like that when you put it on your serving plate. When you uncover it and put it and surround it with your crackers. You can use animal crackers for this. You can use vanilla wafers. You can use ginger snaps, graham crackers. Use your imagination. Kind of press the nuts in there just a little bit on all sides. Tell me in the comments, would you cover this with the nuts, or would you just serve it like I did in the dish as a spread? I'd like to know which one you would prefer. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you're counting your blessings and know that you are loved. Visit me at heritageways.com for lots of printable recipes.